originally from Germany. I was born in 1971 in a small village where I went through the normal educational way that every child in Germany does. And the only focus that I had during my young days was sports, so I played a lot of football. I then decided to, after school, live abroad for 1 year, and I went to Israel, where I became a trainer in sports, and I trained students in various cities. Now, during my stay in Israel, it became very clear to me that traveling is my passion, and I wanted to see as much as I can in my early life. When I finished my studies in Cologne, instead of going straight into the job, what every other person would have done and all my friends in school and the university did, I decided to travel for a while and came to Bali in Indonesia at the age of 24 in 1995. What was meant to be just a short visit of 1 month ended up to be a very long stay, because now I've been in Asia for 24 years and I only returned for the first time to Germany after 2.5 years. During that time I used up most of my savings in the beginning, and then I decided that in order to stay in Indonesia I had to start my own businesses. Now at that time, as I didn't really have much experience, I did what everybody else did. And started to buy products in Indonesia, which I then sent to Germany, like handicrafts, wood carvings, garments, and was selling them on the Christmas markets to make some profits. I easily grew the business over time and was then starting to work as an agent for other people as well, sending containers to the US, to Europe and to Australia. Growing the business quite substantially. So this was in the end 90s, during the Asian financial crisis, where all Asian currencies, and especially the Indonesian rupiah, lost a lot of value. Prices for products in Indonesia were very cheap. They were selling very well in Europe. But suddenly all of my friends and a lot of people started to buy in Indonesia. So my business became quite competitive, and I thought that instead of exporting like everybody else is doing now, I want to start importing. I looked at the product availability in Indonesia and especially in Bali, and I found that the selection of organic loose leaf teas was very limited, and I've always been a tea drinker, I've been a tea lover, so I decided that I will look for a good company to support the idea and to basically supply me with all the loose leaf teas that I liked, and I wanted to start selling to hotels in Indonesia. I then did my first order. I found a company in Austria called Sonnentor, and we started to import, and within a very short time I became the biggest tea importer in Indonesia. I then looked at different products and I started to import beer from Germany. As you know, beer is one of the German beer is one of the best beers in the world, or the best beers, and it's a big export. So I became the sole importer and distributor of Erdinger Weissbier, which I did for about 10 years. A friend of ours then told us about Bitcoin, which at that time reached its first peak in December 2013 with a price of just over $1,000. So suddenly overnight I became the owner of 963 Bitcoins, and I didn't really know what to do with it.